In this video, I'm taking my Range Rover Evoque off-road, putting it to the test, seeing how it does in the elements, out in the wild, instead of just being a pavement princess. Oh, this is gonna be a real... Oh! We got air! So hopefully you can see it right there. We got the Evoque. I got an incredible deal on it, and there's a little bit of cosmetic damage, which allowed me to get the good deal on it. So before it ends up going to the shop, just in case anything happens, I'd rather it be before it gets the body work done, before the paint has already been mixed for it, in case we end up damaging a few more of the panels. Anyway, I'm gonna spin around here in Utopia. I'm in Irvine, California right now, and we are headed up to this mountain range. Hopefully you can see it. It is just back there. We are headed into the mountains, hopefully for an incredible sunset. Now, the one concerning part about this is that this is actually a truck trail. It says it in the name, so I don't know that I'm gonna have the ground clearance or the tire tread in case the terrain gets too rocky and too difficult. But I'll show you what we're working with and you can see for yourself. So coming around to the car, to the truck, whatever you want to call it, this is what we're working with right now. We already have some scuffs up on the bumper. This piece of trim is falling off, and I got it this way. And this fender is cracked, pushed up into the door just in the slightest bit. So if we're taking any damage, we're going to sustain the damage on the passenger side that's also got the scuff on the mirror here, rather than the driver's side, which is actually pretty darn clean. My concern is that we're not going to have the clearance here, and down below, I'll hop underneath. You can see there's a decent amount of space, but it's not too crazy. So the all-wheel drive, I'm sure, is going to be fine, and same with the tread on the tires. I'm not too worried about this making it over everything. On our little journey, there's a decent enough amount of tread on these tires, so it should be okay. But I'm worried about a rock coming up and busting through the undershield and maybe cracking the oil pan, or I don't know, something catastrophic happening. I don't want to knock on wood and say something bad's gonna happen, but yeah, that's the risk we're running with a stock height little baby SUV. But I want to put this thing to the test because it is hyped up in all of the marketing material of the brand. If you've seen any of the ads, I don't know if I can play them due to copyright, but I'll link them down below. There are some pretty grand claims, I'll just say that. So I want to see how it does. I want to play around and just go take this thing on a trek, because it is pretty nice. So having the stereo blasting, the sound system is excellent. It's definitely a pavement print, but we'll see how it does off-road and in the great outdoors. So enough of me talking and rambling. I'm sure you don't want to see my face, and you want to see this thing getting down and dirty and boogieing. That's what we'll get to right now. So right now we are going into the eye of the storm, into the tornado. Just kidding, it's not bad. We are going into some inclement weather though, which should make this even more fun and challenging for the range that's somehow already at a quarter tank of gas, or down a quarter tank I should say. But oh well. Beautiful scenic drive to the top. It should be 50 minutes, so we'll see. Oh, we got a fellow off-roady boy right here, cruising into the mountainstead, raging, ready to go. Reach the trailhead, it's time to get started. So far we're in novice territory. We got the pre. Maybe they're an adventure bug like yours truly, but oh, we got our first little divot. Off-road in the range. Pavement princess to a T. I'm excited to legitimately thrash this thing. I know I've been joking up to this point, but like, this thing is going to be put through its paces, and hopefully the GoPro can pick it up and do it justice. We're in sport mode. I'm keeping it manual as well. Right now it's easy, it's just a paved trail. But it'll get worse or better as we go. So now you've got the driver view. We are setting up the GoPro, got it suction cupped with the kind of junky suction cup, but I won't lose sight of this. Being right here should be good. And we'll get it started. We'll start it now. I don't know if she can do it. We'll see. First pond cleared, baby. So we just got to the dirt portion of the trail. We met with a bike boy, and I'm flicking the GoPro back on so that you can see. This is where it's gonna get real, and hopefully you can tell by the mist and the fog in the background. It is a little bit wet, so it may be fun. Anyway, he's gonna go, and then we'll go. Clouds. That is it. There's nothing. That's crazy. You can even see it up here. Like, that should be clear as day. Up here, this is no green screen. It's just cloud coverage, which is nuts. So it's a little bit rocky, but this is kind of cool. We have ambient lighting and then the camera. So we're able to see when it kicks on. Oh, there we go. What's going on behind us and what's going on in front of us. And then in the later models, you had cameras like all around so you could watch for rocks and boulders and other stuff. Doesn't like to boogie. So check this. Oh, it's doing it for me. This thing was up, like crazy up. I'll show you. So we only have the off-road mode on, but check out how steep this thing goes. Do you want to show them first what it looks like? Wagon, the G-Wagon in the range. What are we, in the mountains or Newport Beach? So we got the homeboys and the real off-roaders. This thing is ready to go, and this thing is a tiny little babe in comparison. Anyway, see ya, homie. This is wild. He's going for it too. Yes. The squad, the crew, and the stock height range, baby. Covered in dirt. Oh well. We got air! So it's finally clearing up and you can see it is just gorgeous down here. It's so lush, it's so nice. And it's springtime here, so it's even better. So you can see this is where we started. That's where I recorded our little debacle. We got it a little dirty, but she made it. Dirty and flirty. Oh, the door just swung open on me. But we are set, we are going, and it's only smelling a little bit hot. Oh. Confirmed, finished on the trail. We are back on the highway, and somehow that stupid little red light is off, which is great. Anyway, we had good temps the whole time. I was monitoring the gauge. It went through quite a bit of gas. This thing is a fuel hog. I'm actually shocked by that. But otherwise, it's really good. There's a little bit of dust. I think the next stop's gonna be a car wash, and then I'll probably close out the video there. And I'm really shocked in the best way possible at how easily this thing off-roaded and how well it did. The all-wheel drive in here was great, and then give or take, depending on if you're a real trail rider, you may love this or may hate this, but there were so many electronic assists that made this thing, like, even if you were new to off-roading, you'd probably be fine. I had it in the mud mode, mud and ruts and whatever, and even when I was like, well, you saw how I was taking some of those, and even going downhill on the dirt, if I would hit on the brakes, it would like go to the point where ABS would kick in and stop really quick, just to be safe. And same with going uphill, it knew exactly how much gas to give it. Overall, for being a stock height, stock vehicle, stock everything, not off-road prepped at all. I didn't even check the pressure on the tires. Like, it did pretty exceptional. Anyway, see you at the car wash. In this video, we are doing a disaster detail on the Range Rover. Just kidding. That was the Range, going off-roading. Overall, it was incredible. Now, really quick, I'll be overlaying some clips that I took from an exotic and supercar rally that I went on called Malibu Autobahn. We drove up from Orange County to Malibu, drove all throughout the mountains, had a blast, saw some exciting supercars, had some incredible food, and just overall had an amazing time. Afterwards, we took the car through the mountains, got some drone shots and clips that I'll be overlaying as well. And man, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't impressed with this car. The off-roading capability was incredible. Being able to pull up in my slightly busted cosmetically Range Rover, was pretty cool too, to be able to fit in with the exotic and foreign and supercar crowd just slightly under $10,000. What a great entry point, what a capable vehicle, what a comfortable vehicle as well. So that's really all for this video. Based on my expectations, this thing got a solid 12 out of 10. It did way better than I expected. In general, I would say 7 or 8. Buy a Raptor, you could buy a G-Wagon, you could buy some better vehicles for off-roading, a Jeep, 4Runner, whatever. But given what this thing is, how luxurious it was, definite thumbs up. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment down below telling me what you thought. If you had a Range Rover, would you put it through as much misery as I did in this video? And be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on not only this car and the numbers behind it, the profit that I'll be able to make on it, but also any of the other vehicles featured on the channel. I've had some pretty cool ones, so make sure to stay up to date. With that in mind, I will see you on the next one. Peace.